I think I'm perfect. She's perfect. I'm perfect.
Yo guys, what's up? It's Mike. In this week's video, I'm going through all the tiny little things that I overlooked throughout my childhood to know that I was trans. Now, before you waste any of your time watching this video, I just want to let you know that my story is a little bit different than most trans guys. When I grew up, I didn't, complain about wearing dresses or, playing with Barbies. So if you are that person who complained about wearing dresses at 2 years old, I will put a different video down below of another trans guy that I think is really cool. Let's get started. Now, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I have a twin brother. This made growing up a lot easier for me. If he had a truck, then, I got to play with it. If I had a doll, he got to play with it. And there was never really that, distinguishment between, what a girl plays with and what a boy plays with. And growing up, I had a lot of tom girls in my neighborhood, and going out and playing with frogs in the backyard wasn't anything out of the ordinary. That was literally every single day after school. But, as you know, growing up, it gets a lot harder, so I'm going to be talking about middle school. One of the most difficult things that I had to learn how to deal with growing up was family parties. I'd come strolling in with my family and my brother, and everyone would say, "Oh, how handsome, how beautiful." And obviously, I wasn't the one being called handsome, so I was pretty upset. But I wasn't about to tell anyone that, because that'd be weird as hell. And at that time, I didn't really focus much on whether I wanted to be called handsome or beautiful. It was more like how I felt, and I found myself competing with, other female cousins. Oh, I must feel bad because I'm not as beautiful as them, or, because I'm not as pretty as them, or I don't dress like them. Although I ended up starting my transition senior year, the first time I ever told anyone that I wanted to be a boy, was the term I used, wanted to be a boy, was when I was in middle school. As time progressed, I hit puberty, all this stuff happened, and, life changed really fast. And before I knew it, I was starting my freshman year in high school. I had really bad luck in the public school that I went to, so I ended up going to a private Catholic school, and I wanted to be the straightest, most girly person that there has ever been. So that was my first 6 months, and then after that, I could not take it anymore. After that long-ass time, I came out as gay to everybody in my Catholic high school. I didn't care about anybody but myself. What anybody thought was irrelevant to me. And I thought that was, the reason why I was depressed. It was the reason why I was, felt different than everybody else. But oh, was I wrong. I remember during high school having fits every freaking Christmas because I would get, girly stuff, and I didn't want it. And at the time, I was like, why do I feel this way? I am so selfish. Some kids don't even get anything on Christmas, and I am complaining about getting, expensive earrings or, I don't know, an expensive girl's shirt. I have no idea, but I complained a lot. It's funny, my family has a house in Martha's Vineyard, and I remember, this was before I started transitioning. I remember being on the ferry to get down there, and I remember looking at this one guy, and I was like, holy crap, I want to be him. Why aren't I him? Why did I have to be me? And at the time, nothing really clicked. I don't know how nothing clicked, because I literally said I wanted to be a man about 7 times, but, let's not dwell. So at this point, I knew something needed to change. I was not happy with who I was, and it was about sophomore year, and I was like, screw this, I'm gonna wear everything I want. So I literally started my whole wardrobe over, and my mom did not want to buy men's clothes. So I bought everything. Then when junior year came around, I was like, I'm done with this. I don't want to live anymore. I don't see a future for myself. All of this stuff. And I was like, I'm not living past 20. Trust me, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to do, but there is no way that I'm going to college. I can't see, I can't see the future. I don't see a plan for myself. So, shockingly enough, I ended up in a mental hospital, and that's when I met this trans kid, and I think his name was Trevor, I think. And yo, the kid did not have his gender marker changed, so he was in the woman's side, and I was over there. He wouldn't talk to anybody. The kid did not want to talk. He wouldn't eat anything. He was just pissed. He hated the world. He was like, F you to everybody. So me, being the goofball I am, I went over to him, and I was like, yo, what's good? And yeah, he didn't say anything to me. He didn't like me very much. And I was like, yo, at least you don't look like a girl, bro. Like you pass well. And finally, after like 2 hours of everyone nagging at this kid, he finally had a smile on his face, and it was a great-ass feeling. Anyways, that was just to make me feel better about myself. So as time progressed in the hospital, gender came up, because that is a big thing to deal with, gender, sexuality, for kids to deal with when they're younger, and, it's important that they think about that and take that into consideration in mental hospitals. It wasn't until I met this girl, Molly, my senior year, who I literally waited a year for, but whatever, that's another story. And I kinda told her about it, and I was like, yo, this is where I'm at. I wanna, transition, but I don't think I can, like, da-da-da-da-da. She was like, yo, what are you doing? Like, if this is what you want, then, go for it. So, after a little consideration, I was like, yo, I'm gonna text my mom and dad. I'm gonna let them know where I'm at. And that's when, the ball kept rolling. Another video that I really want to work on is regret, because that sucks. And, there are gonna be times where you're like, yo, what am I doing? Like, this is kind of crazy. I literally, whether it's have to put on cream at night, or whether it's to have to take needles once a week, it's not going to be easy to live like this, but do I think it's worth it? Yeah. So I really hope to upload that video soon, because I think that is an important thing to talk about for the trans community, both the female to male and male to female. But anyways, guys, I need to go finish a 10-page paper, so say a quick little prayer for me right now. I'll give you a minute to say it. I'm waiting. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.